Hi, this is Rodney Walker, Grandson USA, Grant Writers Association, with a valuable resource to help you and your nonprofit board with nonprofit board training. Does your nonprofit board have the proper resources needed to effectively do a great job with managing and governing the agency that it's supposed to? Oftentimes, a lot of nonprofit organizations are going at it, and many of their board members haven't actually been trained. And this resource is designed to come alongside of your agency to help everyone within your agency to know exactly what their roles are so that everybody is able to stay in their lane. Have you ever been driving down the road and found that somebody has started swerving over into your lane? Bad thing. And many nonprofit organizations don't know how to hit the horn to get each of the board members into their proper lane. Sometimes board members end up going into the lanes of what the executive director is doing, and now the executive director is frustrated because somebody's in their lane. So it's really important that we make sure that we define and clarify for every single board member exactly what their role is, what their responsibilities are, so that they can do an effective job of helping to govern the organization. You see, a lot of nonprofit organizations have what I call a nonprofit back problem. They have back problems because they don't have the proper structures in place, and so what happens, their back is twisted and contorted and turned in the wrong direction. We want to prevent that by making sure that our nonprofit organizations have the proper alignment. And this wonderful resource, described as building the board that you've always wanted, helps to make sure that your agency has that proper alignment that it needs so that it can continue to function at a high level so that you can have maximized production from your entire agency. Let me tell you more about what you and your agency is going to get once it dives into this particular resource. This resource is designed as an online resource. I want to show you real quickly behind the scenes of what your agency is going to get into. Once your agency makes a purchase, it's going to be placed immediately into what's known as our library. We have a library where you're going to have access to some key information that you can access immediately. So once you make the purchase, it's going to get to you right away. You're not going to have to wait around for some session for us to come together. You're going to get it immediately. And it's going to be in your library forever. You're going to be able to come in and get training instantly. Let me show you kind of exactly what it looks like. You have access to some videos as well as some CDs that you can download and make copies for the rest of your team. And the first one is an overview of the book that you're going to have access to. So it'll be like this. I'll give you some descriptions about what's going to be on the inside of it, and you'll get a chance to actually download that information. As you see here, you're going to also be able to download the video and have access to that information. Here's what the booklet is. I'm not going to download it right now, but I could actually hit a button, and now you have a downloadable book that you can make copies for your entire team to be able to access. In addition to that, we'll go to the next session, and as you see here, here's part one. The way our sessions are designed inside of this wonderful resource is there are PowerPoint handout overlay. So you'll be able to see exactly what's being described in the workshop seminar. It'll be almost as if you're actually there because you'll be seeing this actually displayed on your computer. In addition to that, you're going to also have that booklet and the presentation slides that you'll be able to download, so you'll see exactly what you're saying as well. After you get done, you'll be able to complete it and check off and go to the next section. Now, let me share with you some of the content, and the others are quite similar as well. You'll see the different information that will be describing some of the responsibilities and going into greater detail. And you'll continue on, and you'll see different parts of that being explained. The key roles of the different officers, describing for each position what their specific tasks and responsibilities are. Describing the responsibilities of what a board member does, what the treasurer does, what the president does, what the secretary does, what the vice chair does, so that all ambiguity is removed. You see, a lot of nonprofit organizations are not functioning at a high level, not because they don't want to. Most of the people that are serving within nonprofits are really good people. What the problem is, many of them simply have not received nonprofit board training. And we want to fix that problem by getting resources and tools like this to help make it easy and clear so that everyone knows exactly what their roles are. So another thing that you're going to get when you get this, as I told you earlier, you're going to get access to the CD. So you'll actually be able to come here, take the same information, and you'll be able to come in and download that CD. So as you see here, this is a download that you'll be able to access, and you'll be able to download. Here are the different files. If you'd like to, you can cut it and put it into a CD that you give to all your members. So it's a tremendous value that you will also have access to. Another resource that we also recommend is our Building Better Boards. Now with that one, I'm looking straight into the camera and I'm talking directly to your agency. So it's another valuable resource that you can take advantage of. But for now, just know that we have you, and this is a wonderful tool that's going to be able to help you. Let me tell you more about some of the things that your agency is going to learn as you use this tool to your advantage. When you use this tool, you're going to get some information that's going to share with you how many people should be on the board, information such as what is a nonprofit organization, what does it mean. It's going to define the roles so that every board member knows exactly what he or she is supposed to do. It goes into details such as things such as how often should you meet and what should go on in that meeting. A lot of organizations are meeting, but their meetings are highly ineffective. And truth be told, a lot of board members don't like going to the meetings because sometimes the board meetings go on forever and ever. And I'm going to share with you exactly how long your board meetings should last, how often your board meetings should take care, how often should you have them, but I also share with you how to recruit the right type of board members to your agency. A lot of organizations are, they're twiddling their thumbs. They're going like this because they don't know how many people should be on their board and how to effectively recruit board members. Board members don't want to be a part of their boards, and if you do that the wrong way, just know that you won't get the type of board members you want. Some people are bringing board members onto their agencies too soon. And there's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way to do it. I'm going to share with you the right way to do it. The right way alone can save you and your agency. I can't tell you how much time and how much heartache and frustration it can save your agency. Because if you're going to really be effective, your agency is going to have an effective board. If you have an ineffective board, you will have an ineffective agency over the long term. So this tool is going to share with you how to make sure that your board is effective, that it is operating in an effective manner. I'm going to show you how to go about doing recruitment, and then also what should happen once you recruit those board members. What should the orientation look like? We're going to detail that for you. So this resource is going to save you a lot of headache, and it's going to help you to start building the type of agency that you want. So I want to encourage you right now to go ahead and make your order right now. This is probably one of the wisest investments that you can make for your agency. You see, if you don't make this investment, you stand to suffer a lot of pain and a lot of heartache, because now your board is going to continue to be ineffective, and they're not going to have nowhere near the support and buy-in that you want them to have, and everybody's going to be crossing each other over because they're going to be in each other's lanes. And since no board member was born with a board development gene in them, they're not going to know what to do. And so now you have meetings that are going on for hours and hours long. They're doing minutes that's going on for days and days long that nobody's reading, and so you're inefficient. So if you don't get this tool, you continue to remain as an inefficient nonprofit organization. And those organizations that are inefficient don't bring in the money, and they don't do an effective job with helping their constituents. So you can save yourself some time, save yourself some heartache, save yourself some frustration, get a board that you really want, that wants to be there, that's excited about making a contribution by getting this tool and properly aiding them and training them so that they know the best practices, what they should do, so that they can become a more effective board. So order now. I'll see you on the other side, and get ready to build a board that you have always wanted.